So, ladies and gentlebeards, Crusader Kings Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has been announced. I was in Prague at a Kingdom Come concert invited by Warhorse Studios, and ever since I suspected it probably a sequel is what they're working on, but I was not 100% sure. And Loki, I was hoping for a different title to come out, and then to have the sequel to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 for, you know, the graphics cards and other stuff to evolve even further. But I guess it's best to use the known universe already that has been established, the concept that has been proven, and build upon that and use that kind of hype to create a new hype and a new fan base for the sequel and attract even more people to their fantastic medieval simulator. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna watch through the trailer once. I'll blink myself out of here, and then we're gonna start talking bit by bit what is going on, what we can expect. I have done my research and my homework, watched a lot of Warhorse Studios inputs, and also Toby from Warhorse Studios with what he claimed and said that will be or might be in the game. We're going to talk about that, and then also maybe theorize about what could the story plot be and arc be, and you know, overall have a very back and forth conversation with Chad. Good. I'm going to blend myself out here really quickly so we can enjoy the trailer in fullest once, and then we'll talk about it. Enjoy.
I always dreamt of leaving this place. Becoming more than a peasant.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life? It can end before it gets started.
Congratulations, Sir Knight. You finally become a man.
Wake up! Pull yourself together, Henry.
Nobody will hand anything on a platter to men like you and me.
You still have a long way to go till your work is done.
O merciful God, be kind and protect us so we don't blow our arses off. Amen.
Man, what a fantastic trailer. I freaking love it. I am loving it. Welcome in here from Shine. The antagonist looks like Fifi from Mad Max. Oh, that's too far back to remember that. Oh my goodness, that is way too far back. So we're gonna watch it bed by bed and talk about it, dissect it, see what is happening and what's going on. For those unfamiliar, Kingdom Come Deliverance is an medieval simulation mixed with RPG elements. It tries to show you a world of medieval times. It tries to bring you in, immerse yourself towards the game. It's, as they call it, an old school RPG, so it is harsh, it will be difficult, and it will not grab your hand and guide you and be easy as many of the upcoming or nowadays RPGs are, that are very hand-holding and be like, oh, you know, there's the quest giver, go there and do that. And you'll have to figure out stuff on your own. You have to learn the mechanics. You'll have to learn how soul play goes, how certain things work in order to be good. And that's how old school RPGs were back in the days. And I'm very happy that they're going for this harsh directive. There will be, as well for this title as for the last one, a lot of me about combat being difficult, or the game being difficult, or this is not too... Yeah, it's their dream, their directive, and I'm really liking it. We are picking up with Henry, and we're working his story onwards from the ending, and picking up from the ending of Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. So my suggestion is, or my suspicion is, that we will have somewhat of a character that will be already trained. We'll have him on an higher average level. He will be able to do more things and probably be able to specialize more into certain directions compared to the first one. So we're not starting from scratch. I think that will be a no-go. Maybe there's like a scene where we have a flashback, or something where we relearn the mechanics, or learn the new, the new adaptations of what they had already in the first game, and kind of like trying to bring you back into the world, or newcomers to have them have a smooth landing and not be straight up with bam, too difficult and gone kind of situation. What I'm very excited about is also that Warhouse Studios said that they have finally the team and the budget to make the game what they wanted the first one to be already. And this time we have an 2 times bigger world to explore than the first one. Each NPC will be unique and specially designed and made their all day and night cycle. So if you kill Farmer Peter, then there will be no replacements for Farmer Peter. There will be no NPC spawning and taking his spot or whatever. He will be missing. Do we get polearms? Asks Zoppo. We haven't seen any polearms yet in the added weaponry, but we're gonna talk about the added weaponry in a bit. We'll see if we're gonna get spikes and polearms. Might be very, very interesting if we do. They also told us that we should expect stories or story-heavy decisions similar to, maybe we want to compare it to like a Game of Thrones situation. But let's start from the beginning, and then we're gonna dissect here what's happening. So already here in the very starting scene, why are you not? There we go. Here we can see already the first weapon in hand of this dude's is the Power Puff Stick, an early adaptation of your black powder rifle, you could say. It's just a boomstick where they shove in a lot of black powder, they put in a lead in front, and then light it up, and it's basically like a little hand cannon that they have added to it. Also very tended to failure back in the days when they started introducing it. From my knowledge, black powder has appeared way before the usage of it in medieval warfare, in Europe at least, and only towards the late 14th century, black powder started to become seen on the battlefield. The year this game takes place is like the start of the 15th century, so we're like 1400s something, 1405 or something like that. And don't worry, it won't be turning into a shooter. We don't have the black powder, the gun to use like how we want it and be just going through and shooting everybody down. It'll be a one-use, I need to get out of this peculiar situation kind of Joker cards, Joker weapon, so you want to say. Because you will have to put your weapon up, you'll have to turn in black powder, you have to like, put the thing in there, stomp it down, put the bolt, put some powder again, make it squishy squish, put the plug on top, and then the weapon is ready, and then you have to light it up and wait for that line to burn in, and then it goes poof. So a lot of time that you have to put into preparing that weapon. So I guess it will be just like an one-off thing, and then you put it away or put it back in your backpack in a peculiar situation where, like, I don't know, have to go out or have to move away and end the last person in front of you to have your path free. Also be very loud, so it will attract everything in the rounds and scare wild animals who are nearby. Let's keep going. There we can see the shot going down, trebuchet going in. If you guys remember, there was in the first one in Siege Scene, we're gonna have a lot of more epic scenes like this. It will be going away from bandits in your lands as a nobleman to actually a problem of kings and larger scale combats, larger scale situations, and I guess probably more sieges and more castle actions we're gonna have, and then just the one that we had in Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. Here's one part of the map already called the Bohemian Paradise. This alone is the size of the map that we have in Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. And then they have another one who's the size of the map of Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, where you are in Huttenberg and its surrounding. Love it. I love it. We can spot already. Gonna have the doggo again. I sadly didn't play with the dog DLC yet. We're on our playthrough right now for Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. So I'm very excited to explore the dog mechanics. From the looks of it, it seems to be the same doggo that you have in the first one. You're gonna get lost for days? Me too. Me too. There we see one of the new crafting and mechanics implemented into the game, because there was talks of you're Henry, the son of a smith, but you never smith a weapon in the first one. And in the sequel, we are finally get to sit down and make our weaponry or smith things from scratch, having probably some sort of mini game mechanics where we have to place the iron in the certain position, hit it on the right angle, and have the whole process of how you do smithing right and correct, and do it in the right, you know, cycle of doing it. I guess if you don't respect it or make it bad, you might get a dull weapon who will not do a lot of damage, or just get some piece of crap you can't even use. But yeah. Yeah, we are gonna hear Marquardt of Aulitz again, the one who basically escapes our grasp in the end of the first title. And I'm so happy about it, because that cheesy, kind of slimy dude triggered me so hard that I wanted to wring my arms around his neck and make his head pop. And then you cannot grasp him. It's like, I think Kingdom Come Deliverance is the first one that doesn't really have an happy ending and kind of leaves you in this open stomach feel. And I love that about that. It's just not like, it's like, this is not the end. It's gonna continue situation. So yeah, blacksmithing we're getting. There we have the second map that is of the size of Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 with Huttenberg. And I've heard Toby of Warrior Studios say that he went out knocking on private people's homes and asking them to come inside and check out their living room, check out their cellar to see how the foundation is of the buildings, in order to have an easier understanding on how to map correctly Huttenberg and make it as real as possible. That sounds like Toby. Oh man, we love Toby. Toby's great. Great addition to the WHS Studios team, and a great exterior face that they use a lot for interacting with content creators, press, and alike. Shout out to you, Toby. Thank you kindly for doing your glorious work and being a friend. So I'm not sure they weren't very specific if you can enter every building, but it will be definitely a lot of accessible areas that we're gonna be able to explore or not, depending on, of course, how you play style your Henry. If you're the noble warrior or if you're the scoundrel that goes and robs everybody at night. Let's continue. We can see Henry already being a little bit more of age. For the video, we'll blend in comparison next to it with how Henry looked like in Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. In how he looks now. He looks a little bit more aged, more refined, has some more meat on his bones. He's not this skinny boy anymore. And overall looks a little bit more solid, I would say. Is it really robbing if they leave their stuff unattended? Yeah, it's robbing. If you go into a house that is not belonging to you and rob them, it is robbing.
Leaving this place.
Very curious about moments like these. I felt like Kingdom Come Deliverance once had too little situations of like festivities, interacting of NPCs in their day-to-day things, and seeing like this looks like a wedding, like a potential wedding situation. So I'm very curious how this is gonna feel from a first-person perspective. Very intriguing. Very, very intriguing.
Becoming more than a peasant.
Ooh. Give me some special forces vibes. Aha. Here we spot already the next new weaponry. The crossbow will be implemented into the game.
Trouble with an adventurous life. It can end before it gets started.
We have already way bigger scaling.
Congratulations, Sir Knight. You finally become a man.
Wake up. Pull yourself together,
Psychedelic
Henry.
situations. You want a pole hammer? Well, we'll see what kind of weapon we will be having access to. I guess that they have advanced and expanded the armaments that you have available and can be able to pick whatever weapon you want. And you want a jousting tournament, proper ride horsing with lance strikes. Ooh. Who knows? Who knows? I could see the jousting tournament to be a sneaky little DLC extra to add to the game, because I don't think the situation and the gravitas of your storyline kind of allows towards attending a jousting tournament, and it will not be really an important thing and rather just like an feature to have. So I could see that will be added later on. Is robbing applies to threats or use of violence, therefore technically it isn't robbing and stealing instead. Exactly, Tarek. Exactly. It's the same thing. You take stuff that doesn't belong to you. May it be with violence or non-violence. But from the movement set here that we can see displayed, we are looking to have, from what it seems, way smoother movement set and faster hits and like getting hits and hits back reflection. Look at that. Bam, bam, bam. Speaking of the crossbow again, looks very smooth. Probably a nice thing to have lock and loaded. I could imagine that the crossbow will come in handy in close quarters situation if you can keep it loaded and be like, grab the crossbow loaded, pam, put it back, grab your sword again or your weapon again, and go in there. Although I'm not sure if it's actually accurate or immersive or possible that you keep your crossbow loaded and stow it away and then use it whenever you need. Technically it should, because it should release only if you pull the trigger. So, I guess doable, but dangerous to shoot you in the back or in your ass or whatever stands out in that moment when it goes off. Hey, do golden. Welcome in, welcome in. Look at that. Wow. On the kneecap.
Nobody will hand.
He's our antagonist from the first one. Oh, man. I want to. I hope we can end him and they don't leave an open cliffhanger again for a potential third game. But we'll see. We'll see. What's also interesting, yellow. Where is it? Back a little bit. In general, yellow is the color of honor and duty that they have, and we can see also the soldier over here. We're having that crest down there in yellow with the two black arrows. Yellow meaning duty and honor, where the arrows sequel or tell martial readiness. So I could think this is like an insignia for some special forces or special knight. I mean, knights per se were back then special forces because they were trained in so many things, and they were basically used wherever they needed to be used, and were capable of adapting to the situation very fast thanks to their trainings that knights normally have. Was that Father Godwin? We'll see if we're gonna see Father Godwin come back. That would be hilarious. Oh my god, please have Father Godwin come back and help you in battle with some fighting monks and sticks. That would be fantastic. Realistically, it shouldn't work that way, as there is no support that keeps the bolt in place, and it would wear out the crossbow a lot faster, but I guess that's a minor enough thing that they might let it be. I don't think so. They go very strong on immersion, so yeah, probably you're right. Keeping it stretched all the time and then use it when you need it could end up in it's losing its power of the ropes and get deteriorated very fast. But then again, I didn't dive into the how crossbows exactly work and how they were done. Let's keep on going.
To men like you and me.
You still have a long way to go till your work is done.
Best moment there.
To men like you and me.
Best moment there.
Way to go till your work.
You can pet your doggo and you can pet your horsey. Look how detailed the doggo looks like. Even the snouts. Looks very realistic. Has the same glint to it. Good.
Work is done.
There we have again the hand cannon thing. We could see them stuff in the black powder to make it ready. Yeah, I think this will be a very powerful weapon, but very rarely to use. Although I'm very curious if players find a way to cheese it. Probably might be able to cheese it in terms of like running away, hides, reloads, go back, do that. But I'm hoping that we might get, again, this urge of time-sensitive quest lines that you cannot just take forever and do the cowardly way, so to say, of reloading, come back, shoot, reloading, come back, shoot, and kind of forces you to push onwards because time is of the essence. But yeah, it looks better, it looks greater, it looks much more bigger scaled, smoother in terms of the combat animation, and Question is now, are these all combat animation that are recorded in-game with in-game mechanics, or are they, you know, animated videos and not at all what we will have when we play? We get blacksmithing, we get crossbows, we get hand cannons. We're hoping that we're getting pole arms and pikes and other shenanigans to have access to as well, combined with hopefully perks towards all of these to make them feel even more in depth and more cool to, you know, learning by doing situation kind of like. We have again alchemy in the game from what we see. There will be a lot of decision makings. There will be a lot of crossroads where Henry, or you as the player of Henry, will decide A or B, and will have the aftermath of it or feel the impact of it. Bad behavior will have an impact. There is a scene where Henry is getting branded in, I'm not sure if it's in this trailer or in the reveal trailer that Warhorse Studios have shown, where the interview is happening also with Henry and Hans. I'm so hyped for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Same. We play that game so much. We are just on a playthrough of Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 right now. It's pinned in the message, or if you're interested, !Core Makker. Back on topic, we saw that, or we heard from Joby that, and from the trailer, reveal trailer, that if you do bad stuff like stealing, robbing people, killing people, that they might, after a while, get to it or get an understanding of who is behind it, and it will have an aftermath towards you, and people will dislike you, and your situations will change. And I guess that the branding is probably one of the situations that will come to if they catch you, you know, in the act of robbing, stealing from people. So we'll see. Let me know what you think of it, and can't wait to chat some more about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Ludi, I hate the guy. He owes me. Literal scum. I love it. I'll leave that in the video, Ludi. I'll have that in the video appear at the end